Hi my honeybees, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would do like a little fun video and draw all of my most recent D&D characters for you guys. Just to let you know, they do get a little chaotic the more that we get into them, and I'll explain them as I'm drawing them. So we're going to start off with my character Junie. She was my very first D&D character. If a lot of you guys don't know, I have recently gotten into D&D. So I've done 2 full campaigns and I've done 2 one-shots. So I'm having a really fun time, and I'm about to go and do another one-shot, which I added that character in here, and I think another full campaign. So I have them in order, and then I'm going to be DMing for one. It'll be my first time DMing, so if any of you guys have like suggestions on what I should do or things I should look into, let me know. I would love some input. But I'm having a really fun time with it, and I'm doing it with some really cool friends, and it's awesome. Anyways, this is Junie. She is a goblin rogue. Yeah. God, I was like, what? Which one is she again? So yeah, she's a goblin rogue. I kind of just like, you'll notice with a lot of these characters, I don't put a lot of thought into them, but I do. I do, but I don't. I like a character that can just build over time, and so like to have like a good almost blank slate for them and then kind of build them into that. I give them some like generalistic characteristics. Like she was overly flirtatious, you know, that was her like one thing. She's like bisexual. She wants to flirt with everybody. She had really high charisma. That's kind of why I gave it to her, because I was like, well, you know. She ended up, she was for my first one shot, so she was pretty good. She's kind of like my knight in shining armor. She got us through some tough little battles, and honestly, I was just rolling good. I don't know. Maybe I have the touch, and I roll really well. I promise I don't use anything crazy, but it was kind of nice. But yeah, I don't have much to say about her other than, you know, she was cute. I really liked her. It was a good like intro character to get me into D&D and adjusted with it. I really liked the balance that she brought to the team, and I try to be like funny. I don't want to be like the funny guy, but like I try to just like have as much fun as I can with these characters, because all in all, that's what D&D is about, right? So oddly enough, all my friends gave me shit about her and was like, hey, like she doesn't look like a good character. And I was like, well, you know, we'll figure it out. And that's okay, because her stats were really bad. I think it was like high charisma. Her stealth was low, so she fumbled through all the locks. Any lock that was in our campaign, fumbling. But it was still really, really fun. I noticed as I was drawing her, I put her feet backwards. What the hell? What did I do that for? I don't know what I was thinking. Mind you, it was very late in the night when I was drawing these, so a lot of the times I'm doing this art like in the midst of the night. I'm kind of a night owl, but my job is like 9 to 5, you know, for the most part. And so I don't know, maybe my brain was just off or something. I didn't really do a lot for her character. I didn't do anything crazy. I thought I'd give her some red highlights to like kind of break up her character a bit. I actually ended up really hating them. I don't know why I made them that like red and vibrant. All of her other like her skin tone's muted, her clothes are very muted, everything's kind of like diluted, and then I started doing these like gradient maps on her, and I don't know, I was in it, I wasn't in it. I think because I kept looking at it and I was like, what is wrong? I'm telling you, I went through this whole drawing and I was like, what? She doesn't feel quite right. I don't know, something feels off. And then I looked down at her feet and I was like, yeah, that would be it. Why are her feet backwards? It's weird. She looks like she's got a broken foot, so my bad. What was I thinking? Anyways, I'm being too harsh on myself. I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on being too harsh on myself, and what is it? It's like the mindset, right? So like if you keep saying that you're bad, you're gonna eventually believe that you're terrible, right? So we're working on it. Allegedly. With that being said, this is pretty much all of her design. I don't have too much to add about her. Like I said, she was with our very first like one shot. I thought she was a cute little character. I wanted like a fun little goblin. I have this, I don't know why, but I feel like I gave her like a Disney face. Maybe it's the nose or the eyes. Something about her face feels very Disney. I just can't pinpoint it. So if you guys know what I'm talking about and can pinpoint it, put it in the comments. Yeah, do that. But yeah, that's pretty much all for Junie's design. Again, she was just a cute little character. She got through some tough little spots. I had a really fun time with her. I thought this was a great introduction character for D&D. My question to you guys, who was your introduction character for D&D? What were you? Were you a bard? Were you a dragonborn? What were you doing? It was cool. Oh, and then this is to show you, I did fix her feet. I did. Not gracefully, but I did fix it. I also tried some new shading techniques with this, and so I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like this kind of technique? I added a little bit of like actual blended shading, like rendering, and then some cell shading in it, and I don't know, I'm iffy. Going into my next character, she is by far my favorite. I still love this character. I might reuse her. She's great. I was a half-orc fighter, and this is my character, Berg. Didn't even introduce her. Oh my god, she's my favorite, and I didn't introduce her properly. No, but this is a half-orc fighter named Berg. This is where the shitpost comes in. I literally didn't even give her a backstory. All my friends gave their characters full-fledged, I'm telling you, front-to-back pages of backstory. And they're like, you have to have a backstory with your character. I was like, do I? And so, 24 hours later, I came up, and literally her backstory is she was lost as a young child. She knows where her family is at. She is not looking to find them. That is it. That is her backstory. And she's just been off on her own since then. It's been great. I would then kind of put her towards my partner's character. So their character was a gnome bard that ran like a tavern, and just so familiar purposes, I was one of the people that helped run the tavern with their character. So I was like, they gotta know each other somehow. How can we fit this one in? She did not talk. She had no speaking preferences other than grunts and moans the whole time. And yeah, you know, I based her character design kind of loosely off of Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. As you can see, with just like kind of the thicker pants, the reddish hair, stuff like that. And I really liked it. I thought she was kind of badass. I just, honestly, I wanted a mommy character. I wanted somebody that just looked like they could throw me over their shoulders and then not say a damn word about it. So that's where we are. I did want to play around. Okay, so this was also kind of like a excuse to draw more muscular characters, especially women characters, because I feel like I see a lot of muscular men, and I kind of know where like the muscles lie on men, and women are kind of built in a similar structure to that. They're just like slightly different. So trying to understand like more muscular women's builds is also a fun thing. So she was kind of my excuse to do that, as well as figuring out armor. I realized the biggest point and problem that I have with clothes is not understanding how clothes work and move. So as you can see, I don't know what the name of it, and if you do, please tell me. I don't know anything about armor. But this like shoulder pad that she has here, I see it a lot in like depictions of you know, all sorts of media, right? If they have armor in it, usually it's something like this, especially if it's like fantasy. And I never really understood that, you know, there was like a crossbody that goes around it, because that's what's holding it together. So learning and understanding more about clothes has definitely helped me a bit. You know, how they fold, how they flow, what kind of movement it can kind of contort in. Like leather, you know, leather's not a super like malleable thing. It can bend and fold, but not as aggressively as like something, as opposed to like cotton, you know. Cotton's obviously going to have a lot of folds in it, or something like velvet, you know. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to just understand more about clothes. I definitely did look up some references because I was like, oh yeah, I wanted her to have this, I wanted this. I did change a couple of their designs, like features. Like Berg didn't have gauges. I just wanted to give her gauges because it seemed fun. That's it. The tattoo on her shoulder was, like I said, my partner's character was a gnome, and I wanted them to have like a gnome-ish looking tattoo, but it just kind of, I don't know, it doesn't quite look like that. It looks like a weird exclamation mark, but just know it's a little gnome nose and a little gnome hat. And that was the idea behind it. I did really like, I don't know, I really liked Berg's design. I really liked the like the fur ruffles that we have around. I do a lot of like cottage core designs, so when I can kind of get out of something like that, it's kind of fun. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's add fur on it, let's add some armor, let's do this, let's do that, and it's pretty cool. And then her weapon of choice, oh god, I don't even know the name of it. I don't have it in front of me, but it was like a hammer, like a large like iron hammer. Berg, again, kind of top tier character. I'm going to reuse her because she got us through some tough spots, got us through some tough little areas. But overall, just loved playing her character. I liked the fighter characters. I felt like I could do so little but so much, you know, and that was fine. And that's all it needed to be. There was times where I didn't have to fight, okay, and I just had to be like, meh. I think I scored a, like, I don't know, magical item from somebody just by like schmoozing on them, which is great. I love that. I love characters that look like they could tank you but don't even need to do so. And then the characters I had alongside me was like a tiefling, a gnome, and an elf. I think that's the characters that my friends played, which is kind of interesting. I think honestly we gave the elf position to to our friend because we're like, somebody needs to learn how to heal, and she was like, that seems like a lot of paperwork, I'll do it. I was like, you're wild for that, but okay. But yeah, good stuff. So that's pretty much it for this character, Berg. What do you guys think? Do you like her? Do you hate her? What could I do different with her? Getting into my last and final character, though, this is Todd. He is a character I have talked about on this channel on my last like D&D-ish video. And I did change some things about his design, okay? One, to get started, he is a human, nothing more. This is a one-shot alternate universe thing that we're doing. We have D&D rules for it, but literally we are like all in an apocalyptic setting, and it's like an apocalyptic setting where it has like a rift has opened and it's allowed like fantasy beings to invade the modern world. And then it takes like place like 30 years after that. It's wild. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. This is my partner's youngest sister that just really wanted to do this, and we're going along with it. And she's like, you have to create a character. I was like, okay, obviously, but what be that character? And that's Todd. Todd is his name is Todd Whitefield. He is the only character I've given a last name to. He is 19 years old and a waiter at the Cheesecake Factory. He did not know that this was going to happen. This happened on his first day of the Cheesecake Factory. He went in to do his orientation, and all of a sudden there is high fantasy monsters all over the world. He has been solely surviving off of little to nothing. And he is, what is it? So I said that he has like the mind of a 50-year-old, but the body of a 19-year-old because he met a witch that gave him the power to just continuously look like 19. But I went like full throttle originally of just making him look 19, but just like kind of exhausted. I was like, no, I'm gonna let his hair grow out, because he had like a short, like cropped, faded haircut, and I was like, no, I'm gonna have his hair like longer. I'm gonna just like try to accentuate some accents in his face, make him look tired, and then I thought it would be reasonable that some of his clothes would be ripped, like his tie. Like, that makes sense. He's been going around the world or wherever for many moons now. He needs some sleep. He is distraught. He does not know what the hell has happened, and he's just trying to survive. And I also made the joke that like he probably survived in the Cheesecake Factory for like months, just eating whatever food was in there until he was like, fuck, I have to get out of here. So he's totally like a shitpost character. Like, I don't even know. I don't think he has a weapon. I think his weapon's like 2 forks and a spoon. And he's great. I've only played with him a little bit. We just started this campaign, but I'm having a great time with it. So I don't even have too much to even offer you about this character other than slightly his backstory. Oh, and he has a little brother. He's looking for his little brother the whole time. So that's it for this video, guys. What do you think about these characters? Honest opinions. Literally only honest opinions. Tell me if they're terrible. Tell me if you like them. I will see you guys next week. I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your week. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you again. Bye, guys.